Alrighty, yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, back with some more DFO Rush, this time on my male striker. Now guys, this guy is on his third day, so we're going to be getting the max level today, and just to showcase some of the gear, I've got a bit to admit about this guy. So we got plus 10 growing armor. You're probably wondering, where'd you get this, Rick? When did you get this? And same thing with the weapon. It's not very strong, I'll have you know. This guy's really tanky though, because his growing armor and his plus 10, and you know, usually when you're at about this point, you don't have your stuff upgraded or anything like that, but we do have it upgraded plus 10, and I'll explain. So the one thing I have to admit about this character, as we buff up here, is that he is the character on my account of which I have the absolute least amount of experience on. In fact, oh shit, what am I doing? I meant to do First Awakening here. I actually put in the input for the Second Awakening. That was my bad. But I have the absolute least experience with this class, and the reason for that is I created this character during the 1+1 event, and he was the character. Basically, that event made it so that you play one character and you get equal amount as EXP to the other character, and you can imagine where this is going. I played my male mage, the Glacial Master. I played him almost primarily like normally, and then on the side, every time my Glacial Master would get a level, this guy would as well. And so what happened was I got all the way to 85, and I hadn't played this guy a lick at all. In fact, he was 85, and I don't think I even hit the First Awakening yet. I had to go back and do that. So at least you know, my rationale for doing that was I had already played my female striker, so I felt like maybe I'd already known how this class was going to be, and so you know, I kind of had to rationalize it. At the end of the day, this guy is very, very different from her, so I kind of regret that, but you know, at the end of the day, I'd still have a max level character because of this that event, and I don't regret that at all. So anyway, guys, let me explain about the class a little bit as much as I can. I'm probably, you know, he plays differently, like I said, from the males. From the female version, he has, the way I put it, a more focus on mid-range type, mid to long range. I mean, don't get me wrong, this guy obviously does all of his damage up close, but he can cast a lot of his skills much further away than the female striker if he wants to. For instance, this is probably his strongest skill, that Liu Kang kick, and you can cast it from all the way downtown. Same thing with his like 70 skill or 80. I actually don't know what level this is, but you know, this punch right here, boom, you can cast it from across the screen. Actually, his 1-inch punch right there, which is the 1-inch knee, actually, you can cast that from all the way downtown. A lot of skills have bigger AoEs like that. Like this class is not the same as, I keep saying that, but it's true. You really have to focus around the idea that you're going to be hitting from further away. You don't have to get as close as the female striker. So. But because of that, he's actually much slower in comparison to the female striker. Female striker, you know, is focused around getting right in people's faces and using skills that generally hit right up close. Whereas this guy, you know, he's not as fast. You know, he focuses a lot on, and even his lightning dance is much slower, but it's more focused around convenience or utility of grouping enemies together. He has a lot more, I feel like, AoEs, like that one right there. And so, you know, like I said, he's just a different character. I'm going to stop saying that. So, what is most important about this character, though, and I guess you could say, I want to consider a nerf to the female Slayer. I'm mixing my characters all up. Female striker is that that he has a serious reliance on the First Awakening, and you can see I'm in my burning mode right now. It basically gives me a lot of different things. First of all, my steps are on. I'm leaving a trail of fire here, which is awesome. But maybe more importantly than that, and we're going to try to get a dope combo on this guy. Like I said, I am tanky as hell on this guy. Okay, dope combo. Here we go. And did I cancel that? I don't think so. He's actually really tanky right now. Good move right there. Kick here. And man, we are just chaining all our shit together right here. Okay, and that's kind of him using the muscle shift. I don't think he has as many casts as muscle shift, but at the same time, I feel like he has probably even maybe more burst than the female striker. I mean, I don't even say that with any certainty. The thing is, he doesn't, like I was mentioning, he doesn't have a First Awakening. So, I mean, he does, obviously, but it's used as a buff purposes. And the nice thing is, it's a transformation that, you know, really just is a super buff. and it has like an infinite duration. Really, you just have to cast it again, and it lasts for a significant amount of time. You just have to worry about casting it again if it runs out. And the problem is he's severely gimped if it's not on, and that's kind of what the point I was trying to make, is that it can be considered a nerf in comparison to the female striker, because the female striker on her own has a bunch of strength buff, like the Stampede is a passive, where this guy, you know, he has the Power Fist, he has the Muscle Shift, but he doesn't really have any other passives that give him direct damage like the Stampede. His First Awakening is that buff, and he has to, you know, even to shore up the damage discrepancies between the two, he has to have this up. And so it becomes a matter that if you don't have this up for whatever reason, you know, in normal dungeons you're going to have it up anyway. He is severely gimped in a lot of different ways. One main thing is that you're going to notice you're not going to be able to cast any skills. You're going to run out of MP instantaneously. And in fact, that was the biggest problem why, actually, if I'll admit, why that I chose this character to use as my level up partner, 1+1 character, is that he had such a serious mana problem. It was seriously game-breakingly terrible, his mana. And even with the First Awakening, before All-in-One, where they kind of fixed up the male fighter in general, he just was unplayable because of the mana cost. And now when you're in the First Awakening, obviously you don't have as many mana problems. That's could be due to the All-in-One, but also the fact that they buffed them up in general. So I'm going to use the Second Awakening. Second Awakening is still a very good burst skill, no matter which class you play, female or male striker, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue here. We're actually canceling all of our skills here. And nice! Like I said, I feel like he has a lot of burst, but yeah, his mana problems were so absolutely garbage. And if you've ever played this, like if you had an OG male striker, right? I made a lot of OG classes before All-in-One, and I kind of take pride in that. You know, I had all the classes I had before All-in-One were the main ones that I like playing. But this guy, you know, I cheated. I had him before All-in-One, but that was because of 1+1 events. So if you have an OG striker, then you have my respect. Because I'll tell you what. Before, it sucked playing that guy if you didn't want to use potions for the rest of your days. So, anyway, that being said, I am liking the fact that his Lightning Dance makes it easier to group guys up. I mean, he does have a lot of AoE. Like I said, boom, here's a big AoE that, you know, think about the female striker. She actually doesn't have great AoE. That's mostly because she has the greatest skill in the game, which, you know, I objectively say is so. It's the Lightning Dance, so that is her AoE, and she kind of groups enemies together. This guy, or sorry, she doesn't group enemies together, she just kills them outright by this guy, on the other hand, uses Lightning Dance, not necessarily for damage. It doesn't always do maximum damage, but he instead uses it to group enemies together. As you'll notice, a lot of the skills that he does have are kind of linear. I mean, it is definitely AoE, but you know, this is like the biggest AoE I think you have, and the rest is just kind of like, hey, if they're in front of you, or if they're in a line in front of you, then you'll do, you know, ample damage. Guys, let's go ahead and go into here, group them up with this, hit them with this. Ooh, I actually got that Hurricane and Roll in there. Had to kind of time that. Oh, good chain right there. Actually, I didn't chain it at all because it didn't have the Muscle Shift active that whole dungeon. I guess I suck, man. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, I probably am not playing this class very well at all. You guys will tell me all a bunch of tips. Like, for instance, you can use this, what is this called? The step here, the flash move. You can actually use it to move around a lot. If you cancel a skill with it, you actually don't use it. It doesn't go on cooldown, so you can actually use it to like cancel anything you want to move across the dungeon really quickly. But you know, obviously it would, and it does go on cooldown if you screw that up if you use it manually. Stuff like that. You know, little things that, you know, people who are like veteran male striker players would know all this. But again, my least experienced character, because I kind of cheated and got to 85 automatically. But guys, we're gonna get to 86 in a few more dungeons. In the next video, we're gonna keep I'm gonna admit we're gonna keep on the trend of male fighters, because I made them all at the same time and I have them all grouped together. I'm gonna play I guess all 4 of them in a row. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you nights later.